really quickly, Brian Cashman and Alex Rodriguez absolutely hate each other. And here is what Brian Cashman said. Oh, I'm just summarizing. He basically said that he doesn't feel comfortable talking to Alex Rodriguez. He feels like they are surrounded by the judicial system, and that he's only comfortable saying hello and goodbye, and that's pretty much it. Now, the big thing, and let me just get your take on this. Is it okay that Alex Rodriguez went to a doctor who is not affiliated with the team and got a second opinion without telling the Yankees? At least that's what it appears on the surface. Should that be illegal? Should that not be allowed with the team?
No, they have rules.
I'm saying your opinion, though.
My opinion is that you should follow the rules.
Okay.
That if a player did this who wasn't A-Rod,
would it be as big of a deal?
No, of course it wouldn't be as big of a deal. But they feel slighted at each sort of step in the process. A-Rod, what is very clear, in that we, in limited pieces where we hear story after story, A-Rod is a colossal pain in the ass. I mean, I believe this in my soul of souls.
But yet you felt a little bad for him last night.
I felt bad for him because the crowd booed.
They're always going to boo whenever you're
I understand, but I mean,
home.
Usually when the crowd cheered when he got hit.
Okay, that's yeah.
And there was a degree of Michael Irvin in Philadelphia there.
Sure.
Where you're like, granted, he was fine. We know it. And then there's a lot of you're messing with guys' careers. You could end a guy's career. You didn't hit him in the head.
What if he went for the hit? Let's just say head. Let's say hypothetically.
But he didn't. We don't need to hypothetically. That would have been terrible, but he didn't.
Okay.
So he went high on the last pitch, but he didn't hit him in the head.
It was in the shoulders.
Yeah, he didn't hit him in the head. So it's not this degree. This Girardi getting so angry you're messing with a guy's career. Is Joe Girardi never, as a catcher or a manager, never thrown at anyone? I mean, so
maybe he's thinking about it from a different perspective as a manager of the New York Yankees.
I guess he wouldn't be that angry if it was augmented by the fact that Brian O'Nora did not throw Dempster out. If he'd thrown Dempster out, then maybe Girardi doesn't go into the hypocrisy of that.
Well, totally. I mean, don't you think he should have been thrown out?
Yes. But the interesting thing was, that sense that you feel something for A-Rod because of the cheering. And if the exact roles were reversed, and if a Red Sox player, let's say Dustin Pedroia, had done steroids, and then the Yankees hit him in New York, I'm sure the reaction would have been the same. So it's not really an indictment of Boston fans, but it's an indictment of American fans a little bit. That it's just there's a moment where you can boo A-Rod and you can cheer when he makes an error, but there was a degree of he got picked on, and then you're cheering. Because
you're kicking him when he's down.
Right, exactly. Yeah. The bully picked on the kids, and then you're laughing at the kids who got picked on. The kids got picked on make $25 million a year. But nonetheless, it was a little bit of that.
The orthopedist's name is Michael Gross.
Okay.
Now, Michael Gross disagreed with the Yankees' diagnosis of a strained quad, and basically he came out and said that A-Rod got a second opinion, and he said...
This is the guy who didn't see him. He just saw the MRI. Or
right.
The X-ray.
Yeah. So, I mean, have you seen anything like this before in baseball, in sports, period? I mean...
Well, a little bit with, what's his name, Royce White?
Royce White and the Rockets?
Yeah.
That's a little different, though. I mean, it's vastly different from
No, but
this,
when you get a conflict between team and player, and the player is getting their own diagnosis, it's happened before. It's just that when it's surrounded by all this other A-Rod stuff, you don't know what real motivations are. Were the Yankees really trying to keep A-Rod from playing? Was it legitimate?
Yes.
Yeah, I think so. But I don't think their doctors would agree to that. I don't think the Yankee doctors go along with the bidding of management to say, well, keep this guy injured. The risk in that is too enormous. That would be a gigantic violation, and it's not really worth it.
So you're going against Alex Rodriguez right now, that he got a second opinion.
I'm saying he is so paranoid. He thinks simultaneously that everyone loves him, and when it suits him, everyone's against him. And I think he has no sense. I think he's so narcissistic. Right? Hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
That he doesn't get his place in the world or what people think of him. So again, when it suits him to be paranoid, he's paranoid, and when it suits him to feel loved, he feels loved. So you got to follow the rules. The Yankees will let you get a second opinion. You just have to go to them and go through the process.
Yeah, understood. If George Steinbrenner was here, what would come of this situation? Would it be like Don Martin? Wasn't that the Yankees manager's
Billy
name?
Martin.
Billy Martin, excuse me. Would it be like Billy Martin all over again, where they just have a feud through the media, through the public? I mean, how would he handle this?
Alex Rodriguez invoked Steinbrenner's name over the weekend, that Steinbrenner or Rodriguez's lawyer suggested that Steinbrenner would be, of this Yankees attempt to railroad him, that Steinbrenner would be rolling over at his grave, that this was not the Yankee way.
The lawyer said that?
A-Rod's new flame-throwing lawyer said that. But I think the fact of the matter is that the Steinbrenner-A-Rod fight would be, the fact is Hal Steinbrenner we don't hear much from. I think we'd be hearing a great deal from certainly George at his heyday, and it would not be putting his arm around A-Rod.